This is the story of Armand, a simple farmer with big dreams. Every single day, from sunrise to sunset, he toiled in his fields, his hands calloused but his spirit unbroken. He wasn't just planting seeds in the ground, he was planting seeds of hope for a better future, a life beyond his small village. He often looked towards the distant city skyline, imagining a world of endless possibilities. One day, with a cart full of his harvest, Armand made the journey to the city. The noise, the crowds, the towering buildings, it was a world away from his quiet farm. He set up his small stall, arranging his vegetables with care, hoping to earn enough to make the trip worthwhile. And then, everything changed. A sleek, expensive car pulled up near his stall, and a girl stepped out. Her name was Zara. She was elegant, poised, and moved with an air of confidence that captivated him. For a moment, as she glanced around, time seemed to stand still for Armand. It wasn't her designer clothes or the luxury car that caught his heart. It was her smiler, fleeting, gentle smile that lit up her face. In that instant, Armand was completely and utterly smitten. But to Zara, he was invisible. She saw a dusty farmer, a face in the crowd, and nothing more. She didn't spare him a second glance before moving on. That moment of being overlooked, of being unseen, ignited a fire within him. It wasn't about bitterness. It was about determination. Looking at his reflection in a shop window, Armand made a silent, unbreakable promise to himself. One day, I will become so successful that the world will not just see me, but will know my name. That promise became his fuel. The years that followed were a blur of relentless work. He left his farm behind and moved to the city, taking any job he could find. He saved every penny, learned every lesson the hard way, and poured his heart and soul into building something from nothing. He studied business, he took risks, and he never, ever forgot the reason he started. His small venture grew into an enterprise, and his name, once unknown, started to appear in business journals. He had transformed himself, not just his bank account. He was no longer the simple farmer. He was a force to be reckoned with. Then came the night of the annual business gala. It was a grand affair, filled with the city's most influential people, and the guest of honor, the man everyone was there to celebrate. It was Armand. He stood on the stage, a confident smile on his face, cameras flashing all around him as he accepted an award for being the year's top entrepreneur. Just as he was about to give his speech, the doors to the grand ballroom opened, and in walked Zara. She looked just as elegant as he remembered, but her expression was one of complete and utter shock. Her eyes widened as she saw him on stage, the center of everyone's attention. The world that had once separated them had now brought them face to face, but the roles were reversed. She moved closer, weaving through the crowd, her gaze locked on him. She whispered softly, so softly it was almost carried away by the applause. "Is this really you?" Armand saw her, and a gentle smile played on his lips. He leaned into the microphone and said, "Yes, it is. But the more important question is, are you ready to see the man I've always been?" Thank you so much for watching. If this story inspired you, please hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more content like this. We'll see you in the next video.